What's going on, guys? Andy Patnou here out at TPC Scottsdale Tour Academy. Out here with a good buddy of mine, Joe Affrunti, PGA Tour member / web.com / Blackhawk fan. Check. Joe, where are you from, bud?
Chicagoland, Crystal Lake.
Pretty close to where I'm originally from. Known Joe for like around a year now. We're both short guys. We got beards, so we know how to represent that. We're out here just working on a little bit of a short game. He's using the Zep app. As you guys can see, it's attached to his left glove, and all that basically is basically kind of a little gyro thing basically that tracks his hands and his club path a little bit kind of through the shot. Just gives him kind of some simple feedback in terms of when he's doing some short game and full swing work. And what he's focusing on here is trying to match up his feels in terms of a couple of numbers, and he's really focusing on some good tempo with the shots. So, for a standard little shot that he's hitting here, for the desired tempo, which Gabe will kind of show here in a second, we kind of want to see average between like 2 to 1 to maybe like 2.5 to 1, whatever that is, kind of ratio wise. So he's not getting too quick. He's making kind of like a desired, like the backswing. Like, so this one here looks a little too slow and too short, which is why that one's not getting back there. All right, so there, you can see the numbers. So it's a little slower than we maybe want there, but not bad. And you can see there he's looking at a couple numbers. He's got hand plane and he's got club plane. All right, so his hand plane is pretty close to 0. This means it's not moving too much, which pretty much means as Joe's taking that club back and forth, it's kind of a consistent little arc, which it should be for this kind of little shot. You shouldn't see your hands moving around so much. And that was really nice. And then the club plane part is just making sure, if you're sitting here kind of tracing a little arc, that it's going back on one little arc and coming back down on the same little arc. It's not sitting there changing so much as it goes through the shot. So, as instructors, we start teaching a lot of beginner golfers. We like teaching this kind of shot first. So it gives them a basic feel for an amateur to kind of have a tempo with the club, obviously. And then if they can sit there and kind of repeat this little stroke going back and forth, kind of getting everything nice and consistent, you hit the shot more often, you hit more 4-irons, right?
Oh, yeah.
On the golf course. So instantly want to save more strokes. Working on this simple little thing is always nice.
Yeah, this little Zep thing is pretty cool.
Yeah, we've had it for like what, a week now, right?
So, yeah, it's idiot proof. It doesn't overcomplicate it, and you get a lot out of your practice. You get a good feeling practice-wise with also numbers to do like a double whammy of confidence.
Yeah, because I would say Joe's not the most mechanically wanting to know player out there. Where he kind of just wants to know what he does, his tendencies, and just kind of basically wants to go off that. Where he's not trying to strive for perfection, right? You're trying to strive for your own perfection. So he's got his own numbers for his full swing. He's got his own numbers for that one, for obviously his pitching technique and everything. It's kind of fun. So like that one there, if you want to go down there, that's kind of like the number that he would kind of strive for. So everything pretty close. Hand path is at 0. Club path there because Joe likes coming a little bit over with his wedges, which is fine. Most players do, with an open face so you can use the bounce. And you see his tempo there is at 2 to 1. All right, so that's kind of like Joe for you. That's like your perfect little stock little shot.
Can't go wrong with your hands are at perfect plane.
Yeah, not changing too much, and then pretty much sliding the club just a touch across, and that's kind of how Joe likes hitting his chips. Pretty tasty one there, pretty good. So Joe, want to show him like a bad one, like one that you don't really like so much, like maybe like a little underplaying one that's maybe too slow.
Oh yeah.
Show him that one that you kind of hate doing.
So you get the club a little here, and then you kind of drop kick it a little, hit it on the toe. The numbers are terrible.
So the one where you sit there and he kind of gets below plane, can you see that now it's a negative number now? His hand plane dropped even more, and his club plane dropped 18%, and you can see his there with the tempo. Even though that felt super fast to him, right, it's actually kind of a slower tempo.
So the little Zep app with having it out here, it gets more out of your practice, which is fantastic.
Especially for the short game stuff, because it's hard to stay focused around here, being really precise and doing it over and over again. So when these guys are out here for
then you look at that
12 hours a week,
which I've done for the last, 20,
every single
30.
Yeah, every single time.
It's absolutely perfect. So you just gain more confidence with a good feel, and then also seeing numbers.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I like, Andy, is how fast the feedback is.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I bring my Casio out here, I could check, where I like to see the club going through, but I'd have to go put it on my computer, you know, look at it. But this is giving you like instant feedback.
Oh yeah, it literally takes. I mean, it takes about 2 seconds. Want to show them how it calibrates real quick?
Oh yeah.
So it's really simple. All you do, you hit a button down here. Go ahead. You can just do it by himself. So he literally hits a button.
It shows it on the screen where it was. It calibrates it. You just keep your hand, because it knows whether you hold the club here or here. It knows where this is.
Yes. You just take your normal grip, Andy. And
Yeah. So there's a part in that thing which you maybe can show later where you pick your choices of grip. I think they have like 20 style of grips on there you can pick. And it's not like sitting there being like crazy exactly like to the degree about it, but as long as you're pretty close to it, like if you have a weak grip, there's a weak grip preference. If you're really strong grip, there's a strong grip preference for that little sensor. So that's so it gets the idea of what your grip is like, which I like about too with this thing, because even with the most high-tech software, like you go on like a Gears or something like that, like Jimbo has down there, it doesn't give you an option to actually say what your grip is like. So they're putting sensors on this, but you don't actually know your grip style, which it changes with everyone. So let's say if you had a really, really weak grip, you would probably have a different release style or a different release pattern and all that, so you probably want different numbers.
Yeah, and so that's why, and then this knows where you're at.
Yep.
It knows where ground zero is, whether you're under or over, it knows where it is. So that's why the numbers are perfect. I mean, this is
Pretty cool stuff.
this doesn't lie. I mean, the club is, your hand in the club is perfect when the numbers are 0 to 0.
Yep. So hey guys, if you guys want to check out the Zep Lab or Zep app, whatever it's kind of called, they have 3 ones. They have one for golf, tennis, and baseball, I think. We're using the one obviously for golf. It's $150 on Amazon and at PGA Superstore and Best Buy. And we don't support the app, but we support anything that makes golfers get better and faster. And this is a pretty simple app that making everyone kind of do that way. And you can use this for your chipping all the way up to your full swing driver swing, which would be kind of great. Maybe we'll show a couple times what that would look like with that too in a little bit. But it's pretty simple and straightforward that way with the little Zep app as well.
At the 17th, again, this is the resumption of round 2. Joe Affrunti with a long one for birdie, and Joe's at 8 under par. Just a shot off the lead.
Thanks for watching that video, you guys. Make sure you go subscribe to Andy's YouTube channel. Just click on the annotation or the link in the description box. Make sure you go check out my website, GabrielMWriter.com. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Periscope. Links and info all down below, you guys. Thanks for your support. More videos coming soon.